Alright guys, Jake here. In this video, I'm going to show you everything you guys need to get started with Facebook advertising. I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. I know everybody that's watching this video is really busy. Just bear with me. There's going to be a ton of information that I've spent a massive amount of money learning, and you guys are going to get it all for free today. So what you do, first you have to set up your business manager. I'm going to put that in another video. But you start with, you click create campaign, and then you're going to get sent to this page right here. Now, this is where you set up what your campaign is going to be optimized for. So Facebook knows which people are most likely to take the specific action that you want them to. So for example, if you want people to be like just aware of your brand, and you're doing just kind of like a like you want to associate your brand with a specific feeling or something like that, you choose brand awareness. Or if you just want to reach as many people as you can, you choose reach. Basically that's what this stuff is. So this part's really important here. Most people, they're going to think, oh, I want to do conversions, okay? I want to sell my stuff, I want to get conversions. It's the most expensive one because Facebook knows it's the most profitable. This is where a lot of people mess up. So they choose conversions right from the beginning and it doesn't perform well. The reason the ad doesn't perform well is because your pixel hasn't gotten enough data yet to know who's most likely to convert. Okay, what the Facebook pixel is it's basically like what follows people around on the internet. So like you would install the pixel on your landing page and then it collects a bunch of data, and that's how it optimizes for conversions. With any campaign, guys, it's set up this way for a reason. So really what you want to do is start with brand awareness, do like a brand awareness video, a brand story video, something like that. Then you move over to consideration. So now that people are aware of your brand, then you move to consideration and pick one of these to get them kind of engaged in your brand. And then once you get at least 25 conversions on your landing page, you can then optimize for conversions, catalog sales, store traffic. So I went over this one. Consideration, let's go over this. So traffic, that's when you want to send people to your website. That's usually a good one to start with before conversions, or engagement or video views are my favorite. So traffic is just sending people to a destination. Engagement is engagement. So this is either comments, likes, or shares on the post, or page likes. This is really good because you can get a lot of social proof really quickly. When people are scrolling by and they see an ad that has hundreds of comments, people are going to be far more likely to actually click on it than they would be if it had zero. App installs, I'm sure most of you aren't really going to be worrying about this, but that's app installs. Honestly, I don't really know anything about app installs because I don't sell apps, so I'm not going to talk about it. Video views is really good. So something you can do is you can blast out of a video, something like free, very valuable content. It has to be valuable content. And then the people that watch at least half of that video, you know that they're very interested in it. So what you can do is retarget the people that watched at least 50% of the video, put them in a traffic campaign. Once you hit 25 conversions, then you optimize the ad for conversions, and then you'll make a massive amount of money. That's probably the most effective way to do Facebook ads. Then you've got lead generation. Lead generation is, you can do that on ClickFunnels. I'd prefer actually to set up my own ClickFunnels page rather than using Facebook's. But what that is it's basically Facebook will create a form for you. So you design what the customer is actually going to input, but the customer can enter their info right on Facebook, which is beneficial, A, because Facebook likes it, so it's going to be cheaper because people don't actually have to leave Facebook to do this. And B, because people trust it a lot more because it's through Facebook, so you just have that automatic trust factor. And then this is messages. Messenger ads are becoming really powerful and really popular. Most messages on Facebook get like an 80% open rate versus email is usually around 2. So messenger ads are really powerful. That's another video. Use bots and stuff. Conversions is conversions. So you get to pick what kind of conversion you want. So a conversion could be a purchase. Sometimes a conversion could be like a lead generation. You basically just tell Facebook, hey, this button pressed or this a person landing on this URL, something like that, you could consider your thank you page a conversion, or a checkout button a conversion. That's the most powerful one. Catalog sales are incredible for e-commerce. So if you, let's say you're doing like a dog store, you sell like dog beds and stuff. What catalog sales does is it automatically retargets people. So let's say you sell a dog collar to someone. What catalog sales does, you can say, Facebook, whenever someone buys this specific dog collar, sell them or make an ad with this leash that goes with that collar, and you can automatically retarget people to sell them related items. Really powerful. If you're doing e-commerce, you're not using catalog sales, you're missing a lot of money. And then store traffic is if you own like an actual brick and mortar store and you want to get started and get some people actually in your store. So for the purposes of this video, we're going to do just traffic, because I can't go over all of this in one video. It would take all day. We're going to do a traffic campaign. What are we going to do an ad for? Let's do an ad for a dog store, actually. So we're going to start with traffic. We're going to click on this. This is if this special ad category is if you're a real estate agent, really that's all it's about. Most of you aren't going to be advertising for employment or credit stuff, but real estate agents, you got to kind of be careful. You can't target based on, like, the targeting gets kind of weird. You really want to depend on lookalike audiences, but I'm not going to get into it. So make sure to name your campaigns well. So YouTube example, I'm going to put this as. This is just an account I've been using for videos. But so when you have a bunch of different campaigns, it's really easy to kind of get lost in stuff. So you want to make sure it's labeled properly. Split test, always split test everything. The marketers that make the most money are the ones who split test everything. I've actually had ads that I thought were going to like knock it out of the park, and they did way worse than like a simple, like, I had an amazing video I made. I thought I was going to do way better than a picture I did, and the picture actually turned out to do better. So you always want to split test things. I'm going to make a whole separate video on split testing. Budget optimization is if you have a bunch of different ad sets. So the ad sets are like where you set your budget, your audience, your targeting and stuff like that within a campaign. So let's say you have a traffic campaign and you want to test a bunch of different audiences. Budget optimization will optimize your budget throughout all of your different ad sets, so you know how much you're spending, which is pretty helpful. So now we go here. This page is where we are going to select like our audience, the budget, all that kind of stuff. So again, name your ad sets. So let's say, actually I'm going to name this after I fill it out. Dynamic creative, don't really worry about that. Offer is pretty cool. What an offer does is it actually will like continuously remind the people about the link that they clicked. So Facebook will send them emails and put in their newsfeed like, hey, you clicked on this, you got to make sure to cash in on it or it's going to run out. It's pretty powerful. I don't like it though when you first start, because it'll say like be the first to collect this offer. So it kind of throws off the social proof a little bit, but it's really powerful if you're like a local business. So audience. This is where Facebook gets really, really powerful, okay? So I'm going to just create a basic audience for a dog campaign. So what we do is you want to target, if you want to go global, you can go global, but I'm going to do United States. You could even type in like a specific, let's say I live in Southbury, so let's say I only want to target people in Southbury, Connecticut. Not everyone who lives in this vacation, so you can do, or not everyone in this location. I want only people who live in this vacation. Or let's say you live in somewhere where there's a lot of tourism. You could say people traveling in this location. You could make your headline like, hey, vacationing in Florida, check this product out. It'll save you from sun poisoning or something like that. I'm not going to do this though. I'm going to take out Southbury. Then you could set the mileage around it and stuff. But we're going to do United States for the example of this ad. United States. Okay. All right. Now, age. I find you really don't want to advertise to anybody unless you're like, for some reason you need younger people to see it. Don't advertise to anyone under 22 because most of them just don't really have money, or some of them don't even have their own debit cards, so you'd be wasting money. The way Facebook works with most ads is you're charged per impression. So what that means is you're charged every time someone sees the ad. So you really don't want to get charged to show your ad to someone who doesn't have any money. Max age really kind of depends on your individual situation. For this, I'm going to do 64, just someone like 70 years old. The chances of them trusting the internet enough to buy a product is just very slim. Gender. So actually, let's see. Audience Insights has been down actually for some reason, but it's a really powerful tool. So I'm going to see if it's up again. Show you guys how to find good audiences. Make a separate video on it because it's really important. Let's see. Maybe it'll work. That would be incredible. Nope. Yeah, it's a blank page. Look, I'll post a link to the audience insights in the description once it's working to that video. All right, so let's say you go into audience insights and you see that like women are more likely to be interested in what you're doing. You can target women, or if you're doing like a beard product, you'd probably only want to target men. But for dogs, both men and women will buy dog products. But you really want to think too about who's buying the product. Like for example, I have a business on Amazon. I'm selling tapestries. When I first made it, I was optimizing my description for like to display it to like teens. But I missed the fact that most of the people buying them are the teens' parents. So when I changed the bullet points up to appeal to the parents, my sales spiked way up. So just take that into consideration when you're doing your targeting. This right here is amazing. Okay, so this is the detailed targeting. So for dogs, what we're gonna do is I only want engaged shoppers. So engaged shoppers, people who are actively buying stuff off of Facebook, because you don't want to, if you're e-commerce, you don't want to you don't want to be showing your ads to people who don't trust Facebook ads. It'd be a waste of money. You don't always have to do this. I find like sometimes it doesn't make too much of a difference, but for this purpose, we're going to do that. Now you can either add more people. So let's say dogs, for example, interest dogs. What this means is you're targeting either an engaged shopper or someone who's interested in dogs. What we want to do here is we want to target engaged shoppers and click narrow audience. So what that does is now we're targeting engaged shoppers who are also interested in dogs. I hope that makes sense. And then what you can do that I like to do is hit suggestions, and then you've got all these other things. So you can do that. And check out the video on audience insights, because I find if you target people who like specific pages, not just the interests, it does a little bit better, because stuff like this is algorithm based. So maybe someone like clicked on a video that had to do with a dog, but they don't actually own a dog, and it may not be as effective as if you were targeting a page like, let's see if there's a dog owner page. Dog owners. No, there's not. But it would be more effective if you were targeting people who like specific pages, which I'm not going to be able to find right now because Insights is down for some reason. But that's more effective because it's like you're for sure targeting someone who owns a dog if you're targeting someone who likes a page that's called dog owners or only for dog owners, something like that. Or let's say you are, I don't know, let's say you're selling e-commerce course or something like that. You want to target people who like pages like Tony Robbins or something, and not just interests in entrepreneurship. That's like a really big, I mean, that would work too, but I hope you guys know what I'm saying. So that's how we do that. Now we go back up to name it, and we're going to do we want to add all of that. So engaged shoppers dog YouTube example. Okay, that's how we would name that, because you're going to have a bunch of different ad sets. You're going to be testing a lot of stuff, and you need to be able to like know what you're looking at. Placements is very important. So this is actually where your ad is going to be shown on YouTube. You really don't want to do automatic placements. You're just going to end up burning your money. So you do edit placements and uncheck everything other than Facebook. Instagram, if you're going to do an Instagram ad, you want to do it only for Instagram. I find it works a lot better. And then do Facebook ones only on Facebook. So, and then you go down and uncheck everything except Facebook newsfeed. So, like it works a lot better because people in their newsfeed are like looking for something to catch their eye. Whereas, like, let's say video feeds, let's say someone's like in the middle of scrolling through really funny videos that they love and your ad pops up, they're going to be way less likely to stop scrolling through something they're already engaged in to watch your ad than they would be if they're just aimlessly scrolling through their newsfeed looking for something to catch their attention. Right column ads can do well because not a lot of people use them, so they tend to be really, really cheap. Facebook will actually like reward you for that, but the only ones you want to do right column for are like if you're retargeting ads and you have a really, really, really catchy headline or image. Also, audience size. So this is 21 million people. This is kind of a big audience. We're actually probably going to want to narrow this down further. Forgot to show you guys this. So an ideal, and this is a very, very loose rule. This depends a lot on what you're doing. But generally, in general, an audience size of about 500,000 people tends to be defined enough that you get good results. Okay, so the reason for that is, let's use the dog example. We want to target dog owners. Someone who has an interest in dogs may not actually be a dog owner, but to be more sure that someone has a dog owner is to find people who like dogs and also pet owners. Let's see. Okay, let's go to suggestions. All right. Dog breed. What are we at now? 5 million. So let's narrow further. Dog food. So I'm not going to do that all the way down to 5. Actually, let's do it. So the more, if we're narrowing more and more and more and more, so people that are engaged shoppers that have interest in dogs, dog breeds, dog food, and let's see, dog training. 720. This is fine. So let's say if we were to target people with just dogs, there's a possibility that the people are seeing that have just like expressed an interest in dogs, but have no, because a lot of people, they like to see dog videos. Everyone likes pets, but they may just be watching the videos and have no intention of buying dogs. But if you're targeting engaged shoppers who like dogs, also like dog breeds, also expressed interest in dog food, and also expressed interest in dog training, the chances of them actually owning a dog and actually being the people you want to advertise to goes through the roof compared to what it would be if you were just advertising like people who like dogs. So what you can do is you can save the audience and then name it so you don't have to go find it again. But let's get back to placements. So we want to uncheck all of these other than Facebook newsfeed. Okay. So this is cool right here. Optimization, you can do link clicks. So link clicks is like people who are most likely to click the link. Landing page is people who are most likely to actually click the link and wait for the landing page to load. I tend to actually like link clicks better because it's cheaper. I just find it like more cost effective. daily unique reach, so it'll only actually show the ad to people once a day, so you're making sure that you're not showing it to multiple people. And this is just optimizing to show it to as many people as you possibly can. If you're optimizing for traffic, I would just recommend just doing link clicks. Don't mess with cost control. So this is where you can choose like the cost per link click. You don't want to do this before you have data. If you've been running the same ad for like a month and you start to figure out, okay, the average link click, like the best ad sets that I use, the cheapest link click I get is 75 cents. So I want to only put in 75 cents. But if you don't have the data to know like how much the average link click is, and you put it way lower, you're going to lose all the bids and your ad isn't going to get shown well. Daily budget, I don't care how much money you have, don't put a big daily budget until you found that winning ad set, because it's going to require a lot of testing. Typically, I actually like to just start on $5 per ad set and then increase it from there. When you increase your budget as well, don't increase it more than 15% per day. So a lot of people think like, oh, I find a winning ad set, now I can put my daily budget to $100 because I know if I spend $100 I'll get 200 back. It doesn't work like that. When you start throwing a lot more money at the ad, it'll throw off Facebook's algorithms, and your results will drop. I can almost promise you. So to keep the algorithm like kind of in check, only increase about 15% per day. You can increase it daily, but only increase it at a max of 15%. Let's see, is there's anything else you guys would, when you get charged, so for traffic, you can actually change this to link clicks. There's no other way you can do that unless it's a traffic ad and it's optimized for link clicks. I typically just do impressions. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, also you could do devices. So you could do, if your landing page is like only optimized for desktop, which is stupid, optimize it for both. You could do, oh, this isn't this. So this is like, you could do iOS, Android. Typically if you test it, iOS will normally do better for most things. Let me find the other. Yeah, this is where it's mobile or desktop. So you could do either mobile or desktop. Desktop tends to be a lot more costly to show your ad, and most people are using mobile anyways, but the conversion rates actually tend to be a little bit higher on desktop as well. So there's really no like right way to do that. It's just all about testing. You want to test everything, guys. So this is the ad set. Now we've set our first ad set. Now we're going to go into actually creating the ad. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to Canva. This is canva.com. It's like Photoshop, but it's so much easier to use. So what we do is create a design. Videos will, like typically videos will do better, but for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to create like an image ad. You do custom dimensions, and you always want to do 1200 by 628 pixels. Write that down. 1200 by 628 pixels. That's to make sure that your ad looks its best on Facebook newsfeed. If the size is different, it may take up like less space and it'll look kind of weird. So let's wait for this to load. My screen's gonna, I'm screen recording, so it's gonna look a little, or it's gonna take a little longer to load. I apologize about that. So what we do is go to templates. We're advertising for a dog. We're going to figure out what we're advertising for. Something related to dogs. So you type in dog. Let's see. And you just pick a cool template. So, I don't know. Let's use this one. This pug is really cute. The purpose of the image in the ad is not to sell your product. That's another thing you want to write down. If you're trying to sell your product in the image, you're wasting your money. It's not going to work. The only purpose of the image in the ad is literally just to catch the person's attention. You sell in the copy of the ad, not the image. So what we're going to do here, let's pick something right now. I'm going to advertise a pet food, okay? It's going to be a pet food brand that we're going to be advertising. So what we want to do is do like let's say it's specifically for pugs. What we're going to do is just pug owners, exclamation point. That's it. So what this is going to do, and let's put the transparency down on this. Oops. Let's bring the transparency down on this so and change the, let's bold. And let's make this text bold. Oops. Why won't it let me bold this? You know what? All right, we're going to delete this. We're going to add a new text box. So we're going to do pug owners. What this is going to do, it's going to grab the attention of every single pug owner. Pug owners, exclamation point. Let's jack up this font size. Okay, pug owners. All right, so what this is going to do, it's going to grab the attention of everyone who owns a pug. All right, so now we're going to download this. We're going to call this, we'll call it Pebble the Pug. Now we have our image. You're going to want to play around with that, test a bunch of different images. Let's download this to, I think I have the YouTube stuff in here. Yeah, I do. All right, so I'm going to save it in there. Now we go back to Ads Manager. So let's keep it Southbury Writers Workshop. You can add, this is where you would choose your Instagram page as well. So what you can do, we're either going to create an ad, use an existing post. For the purpose of this video, we're going to create the ad. But something you can do to keep the social proof of the likes and comments and everything is you use an existing post. So I'll make another video on that, but basically what you do is you click use an existing post, and then you'll enter the post ID, and then you'll use the same post every time. But something to make sure with that, it's very beneficial because you keep all the social proof throughout all your ad sets, or all your campaigns. But you can't change the post. So you want to post it like when you're optimizing for engagement. Write the ad as if, don't say like this page. Write it as if you're trying to drive traffic. So you'd say like click this link. Don't optimize it like copy wise for the link clicks or for the traffic. So now we're going to add media, add image, upload. Let's go to pictures. Where's Pebble the Pug? Here he is. Alright. Once this loads, we can choose this. Continue. Alright. So now that we have our image there, we're going to write some copy. Now, not all of us are, I have a really good copywriter that helps me out with this. She's actually raised millions of dollars for different companies. She's excellent. But not all of us are good copywriters. So what we're going to do, a little trick, is do dog forum. So whatever niche you happen to be advertising in, type in the niche name and then forum, okay? I guess I've actually clicked this before. So what this does is you can see what people in your target audience are actually saying, and then speak their language, which is really powerful. You want to make sure that you're speaking their language. So let's go down to dog food. Actually, but it's really important to know how to write good copy. So just bear with me. Load slower when you're screen recording. All right. Let's find a good one here. Chicken jerky in dog food. Is it safe? So this would actually make a good headline here. I'm actually going to make that the headline. We're going to be advertising. That's what we're doing. Not just dog food, chicken jerky, specialized just for dogs. So we're going to do chicken Jerky. And when you're writing the headline, every important word should be capitalized. Sorry this is taking so long to load. Chicken jerky for pugs. Is it safe? Question mark. Makes a great headline. People are going to be scrolling through. Chicken jerky for pugs, is it safe? I don't know. Let's see. Let's click this link and find out. So primary text. We're going to find some of the primary text within this forum. Alright, so my dog is super picky about his food. The one thing I found that he likes is when I put the chicken jerky portion of the good and fun rawhide treats. I'm going to put all of it. Alright. So my dog is super picky about let's delete. I'm going to X out of this just because it's making everything else load slower. Alright. My dog is super picky about his food. Okay. So, and when you're writing the first line in the primary text, you want to capitalize it as if it's a headline as well. And make sure to break up copy. If you have like a big paragraph, no one's going to read it. It has to be very easy and very, very easy to the eye for them to read. So my dog is super picky about his food. We want to build the problem up a little bit here. You want to be careful on Facebook with building the problem. If you end up like crossing the line to depressing with the problem, Facebook will not allow you to advertise. They want to keep their platform as positive as possible. So there's a fine line. You want to be kind of careful about that. If you want help with like writing your copy, send me an email, jake@impactmarketingct.org, and just put the subject line copy. And I'll respond as soon as I can, and I'll help you guys out. You can just send me your copy. I'll review it for you and let you know if Facebook will approve it. You want to be careful with that because if you get too many ads disapproved, Facebook will shut your ad account down. It's a big mess. I'll make another video on that. So my dog is super picky about his food. It seemed like I was destined to spend hundreds of dollars per month on dog food. All right, we're building the problem up a little bit. Finally, oh wait, no, I should change dog to pug. Forgot, we're targeting pug owners. My pug is super picky about his food. Seemed like I was destined. Spend hundreds of dollars per month on dog food. Finally, I figured out he loved chicken jerky. Finally, I figured out he loved chicken jerky. I don't know why it's making me capitalize jerky, but okay. Finally, I figured out he loved chicken jerky. The only issue was it's crazy. No, it was crazy expensive. Exclamation point. I knew I needed to keep my best friend healthy. Actually, if there's typos, I'm not going to fix them just for the purpose of food. So just if you're pissed off about it, comment in the comment below. I knew I needed to keep my best friend healthy, but couldn't afford all of this jerky to mix with his dry food. That's why I created, let's think of a name for this. That's why I created, I don't know, jerky.com. No, jerky, no, pugry, no, that's dumb. I'm just going to say you'd want to put some time into the name. That's why I created jerky.com. Actually, I'm not going to put the website. That's why I created this jerky specially formulated, it's butchered, for pugs. My dog loves it, and so does my bank account. Every bag comes with, and now bullet points. When you're doing your benefit stack, the way to lay it out, so you want to do feature. So each bag comes with 6 ounces of jerky, 6 ounces of jerky to keep him full and healthy. So what you want to do is feature, benefit, benefit of benefit to keep him full and healthy. So this is feature, benefit, benefit of benefit, and if you can, do another comma and then which means. So you do like feature, benefit, benefit of benefit, which means like something related to the feeling. So 6 ounces of jerky to keep him full and healthy, so I can have peace of mind knowing my good boy will live longer. So what this does here, actually let's put a, so what you can do is you go to Emojipedia, Emojipedia.com, and you can get like check marks and stuff. I like to use those for bullets. I like to use them for bullets. It just seems to work better. I'm not going to do it. Just go to Emojipedia.com, type in heavy check mark, and then paste it where you put your bullets. I'm going to put a dash for the sake of time. But what we've done here, guys, so we've created a lot of emotion with this last part of the bullet. So feature 6 ounces of jerky to keep him full, benefit, and healthy, benefit of benefit, which means, let's do another example so you guys can really understand what I'm saying. 6 ounces of jerky, what else could the bag come with? Let's say a scale, I don't know. Measuring spoon. Actually, this doesn't really need a colon. Do comma. Or actually, it doesn't even need a comma. So measuring spoon, that's feature. To each bag comes with 6 ounces of jerky to keep him full, healthy, so I can have peace of mind knowing good boy live longer. Measuring spoon to accurately feed him so he doesn't gain weight. Spelled weight wrong, whatever. Measuring spoon to accurately feed him so he doesn't gain weight. And what's an emotion thing? So he doesn't gain weight, and let's talk about the people too, because people they're not buying this for their dogs, they're buying it so that they feel good about being good dog owners. So he doesn't gain weight. Measuring spoon to accurately feed him so he doesn't gain weight. So I'm gonna fix this. This is driving me nuts, this weight. So he doesn't, measuring spoon to accurately feed him so he doesn't gain weight. I'm gonna add something about like them being like a good dog owner. Measuring spoon to accurately feed him so he doesn't gain weight. Actually, I'm gonna put that in another line here. So measuring spoon to accurately feed him so he doesn't gain weight. This food is specially formulated for pet owners who take, no, pug owners, we want to be specific, pug owners who take their dog's health seriously. So what this line is going to do, it's really going to feed into the ego of these people, and they're going to be like, oh my god, I am like, my shit doesn't stink. I feed my dogs the best food. They're going to show off to their friends about it. And so last thing we're going to do is we're going to create some scarcity. Okay, so we're going to say only 50 bags left. Click the link to get yours before time runs out. And then we're going to do, so I like to have the link not only in the button, but I want them to be able to click the link in here too, just so they have as many different like ways to click the link as possible. I find it just like helps increase the amount of link clicks you get. So dash dash arrow link. Obviously you'd put the actual link there. Alright, so now we've got the copy, got the headline, link you'd put in here, display link, don't worry about that. Call to action, play with the different call to actions. I actually don't, there was a shop now one. Yeah, I don't normally do this shop now one. Typically I find like learn more works a little better, or you can do like book now. Just play with the call to action. Do whichever one makes the most sense. The tracking. So I'm gonna make a whole other video on Pixel, like analyzing your Pixel data, knowing how to optimize your Pixel. This is how you start really like you can make lookalike audiences. You can start doing conversion ads with the Pixel. So like what this traffic ad is gonna do, it's gonna drive as much traffic to your link as possible. And then the Pixel will start to identify what characteristics make, as you start getting more sales, the Pixel will start to identify what characteristics makes up someone who's going to buy this jerky. So once you get like 25 conversions a week, or depends on your budget, but don't do conversions until you get at least 25 conversions. Then the Pixel will have enough data so that you can start doing a conversion campaign, and that's when you start making a massive amount of money, because you only display your ad only to people who are incredibly likely to buy this bag of jerky. And then what you do is you just do review. I'm not going to confirm this. This is just like a really old account that my mom was going to use for a writer's workshop. I use this for YouTube, but you review it, and then you hit confirm. So I hope all of this makes sense, guys. This should be everything you guys need to get started with Facebook ads. I'm going to add more videos as much as I can that will go into more statistics on, like, I'm going to make one ad specifically on audiences, or one video specifically on audiences, one video specifically on objectives. Like, I'm going to go way more into detail, but this video is enough so that you guys can actually get started and like do this yourselves. Let me know if you have any questions. Leave me a comment below. You can send me an email, again, jake@impactmarketingct.org. Or if you want me to do this for you, you can send me an email as well. I only have room for about 4 more clients, so it's December at the time of recording this. It may be too late for me to actually do this for you by the time you see the video, but it doesn't hurt to ask. Again,